Alright, welcome back everyone. We're going to keep on going through with our little playthrough here, and one thing that I wanted to point out to you inside of this this little segment, is the enchant item spell, and just how helpful it is, and just how important it is to you and to be able to beat the game. Past a certain point, it won't help you out so much. It's not like in Might and Magic 2 where you can cast a plus effects on an item, you can get up to like plus 64 or whatever. But if you cast enchant item, you cast it, and you cast it on somebody who has equipment that has no special modifiers, like this crossbow, for example. We could use a better crossbow inside of our character's inventory, so let's cast enchant item on that. And I'll cast it again, but whenever you go back inside the menu, you'll see here that it has become, well, sometimes it kind of screws up, like the brass crossbow did. You won't always get you don't expect to get obsidian crossbows from this thing, but you can sometimes get sometimes get better equipment from it. For example, cast enchant on hammer, and I'm going to cast again because I'm just going to go down the list. It's now a silver hammer, which is not bad. That's like a +2, +3 modifier. Cast enchant on the halberd. Cast it on himself. Wow, this is turning out pretty badly, actually. I was hoping that would give me something better than silver. Cast on the flamberge. I'm also going to try casting enchant item on... Give me a brass flamberge. Oy. Let's try casting on the leather armor. Oh, please tell me that I'm getting something out of this that'll work good. Stop shooting at the wall, idiot. Hoping that I can get something I can use. Just lapis leather armor. I've already got amber leather armor, which is a lot better. I'm gonna give this off to somebody else. But if you're using, if by the time you find this you're using only like iron, or you're using plain stuff that has no plus modifiers on it, it helps to be able to cast, shoot. Give me 1 second here. I gotta go and just exchange some of this stuff. Just hand it off to other people so that Castor can take some other stuff on. It's not what I meant to do either. But it can be very helpful for several reasons. For one, you'll notice that we have an extreme lack of rings inside this game. Now, you remember inside that gypsy wagon how they offered 1,000 gold pieces for a plain unenchanted ring? And I was like, oh, that's a waste of money. Well, now that we can enchant plain unenchanted things, we should head back there. See where I'm going with this? And I forgot, I better remove those gauntlets, equip that on her. Good. And I'll exit out of this. We'll rest real quick. Go to sleep. Alright, now we'll cast enchant item on himself. Try enchanting a few more things, because I love wasting gems. Mace of Nature. Sometimes you get some rather bleh equipment from it. No. Cancel out of that. Cast it on himself again. And cast it on this plate armor. I'm hoping that this gives me a little bit better equipment. Pearl plate armor, not bad. That's actually a pretty good investment. And I'm going to trade some of that off to her. I'm just trying to show a few uses for enchant armor right now, enchant item right now. No, give that to her. Celine, give it to K-Store. I think I'm in Castor, but whatever. For some reason the A was not showing up. I'm going to give it back to her now. Never sell some of the stuff off. But the real thing I wanted to show you was that how it could be used on rings. Hand that off to her. Yeah, and that pearl plate armor. That plate armor we bought normally cost us 20,000, 4,000 gold, 4,000 gold, or 2,000, 4,000 gold. We enchanted it +3, and now it becomes 40,000 gold pieces. We just pretty much we made about like what 1,000% investment, like 1,000% return on our investment. That's money that you can really take to the bank. That's the reason why it pays to enchant any plate armor that you see. Just buy it, resell it off, use your merchant to sell it back, and you will gain a very hefty sum from it. I mean, as you can see, we've almost got 200,000 gold pieces already from this, and we still have plenty of gems around to spare. It's a good way to be able to make money, but again, you can only do it so much because the stores only restock every week. But if you're hurting for money, that's a good way to make it. I mean, most dungeon crawls only give us, like, what? 50,000 gold pieces at max. We just earned, like, the same amount that we get from a single dungeon crawl from just enchanting and selling plate armor. I'm sure it has other uses, but for right now, that's the only ones I can think of. I'd like to be able to enchant a better melee weapon, but for right now, we're pretty much stuck with what we have. Like that silver spear that she has is a lot, or steel spear she has is a lot better than a silver hammer. Now, let me check her inventory real quick, because I handed some of the stuff off to her. She handed it back off to them. Okay, let's head out of here real quick. Let me check his SP. Okay, we're gonna rest real quick before we do so. Now I'll show you exactly what I was talking about. Watch, yes. You can pretty much equip any number of rings on your character at any one given time. Now the problem is finding all those rings at once that you'd want to be able to wear. And as well, you can only carry so many slots in your inventory at any one time. So make sure, don't go too crazy with it. Buy yourself a few rings and whatnot, but... That Screamer's lost, ignore him. Well, kill him, then ignore him. Door's locked and you don't have the key. Oh, what a surprise. Let me cast Wizard Eye. I want to see where she is. I think she's in the northwestern corner, actually. Ah, here we are. Indeed, indeed. Great kings once wore it, blah 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 blah. It's a piece of junk. However, it's the only piece of junk that's a ring that we can find. So, take this ring and give it to... No, give it to Castor. Ah. Sorry, inventory went a little wonky on me. Give it to him. I'm pretty sure you can see where this is leading. Cast enchant item. And so we'll cast enchant item. And we will go down to... excuse me a second. Throat's getting a little parched. We'll enchant ring. And keep your fingers crossed. It made it into an iron ring, but still, for someone like Castor who only has 14 AC, equip that iron ring, and it went up to 15 AC. It's not too good of a start, but you can eventually boost your characters up a little bit like this, enchant their gear, and trick them out